This is the Masarflame 36-in electric fireplace insert, and I've been using it long enough to know what it does well and where it comes up short. I picked it for the look first and the heat second. It's a corded electric unit with a matte black metal frame, a retro-style brick interior, and a clean narrow bezel that helps it blend into modern spaces. At 35.6 inches wide and about 8.8 inches deep, it has a substantial presence without taking over the wall. It weighs a little over 50 pounds, so it's manageable with two hands, but I do recommend having help when you mount or recess it. Key features that matter to me are the flame customization, the 750, 1500 watt heat modes, the remote and timer, and the option to run flames without heat. The visuals are the star. The LED flame effects are bright, adjustable in color and brightness, and you can change the flame speed. There's also top lighting that throws a soft glow on the media inside, which gives the firebox depth so it doesn't look flat. My unit came with lifelike resin logs. They're convincing from a sofa distance, and the way the downlighting hits the char detail sells the illusion. From my experience, the orange-red flame looks the most natural, but I also had fun with the subtle blue tone for a more modern vibe during a movie night. The heat output is rated up to about 5100 BTUs, which in simple terms means space heater level warmth designed for a single room, not a whole home. I use the 1500 watt mode on cold evenings to warm a roughly 350 to 400 square foot living room, and it takes the chill off within 10 to 15 minutes. It's not replacing central heat, but it makes the seating area much cozier. The 750 watt setting is good for a mild boost if you just want a bit of warmth without bumping your power draw too much. If you're new to this, watts are the power the unit uses, and BTU is a heat output measurement. Higher numbers generally mean more heat, but electric inserts like this are meant for zone heating, which is warming the area you're actually using. I tried both mounting approaches. I started by hanging it on the wall to get a feel for the controls, then later recessed it for that built-in look. Surface mounting is straightforward. A bracket, a level, a few anchors, and you're done. Recessing is more involved. I measured the opening several times, used a stud finder, cut the drywall, and built a simple support frame from 2x lumber. I kept a standard outlet nearby for the plug and added a cable grommet to clean up the cord path. If you haven't cut into walls before or you're unsure about what's behind them, I'd recommend hiring a pro. In my opinion, the recessed finish is worth the effort if you want a seamless focal point that looks like it came with the house. The remote is simple and responsive at typical living room distances. I can power it on, toggle heat levels, adjust flame colors and brightness, set the timer, and fine-tune the flame speed from the couch. The on-unit controls are handy when the remote's in the wrong place, but I mostly use the remote. A timer is included, which is nice for winding down at night without worrying about turning it off. One thing to keep in mind, IR remotes usually need a clear line of sight. I aimed at the lower front, and it worked consistently. Let's talk about the crackling sound feature. I wanted to love it because the fire looks great, and I figured the audio would complete the vibe. From my experience, the speaker's a mixed bag. The loop is short, and the tone is a bit tinny, so I turned it off after a few tries. When I want sound, I play a fireplace audio track from my phone speaker or soundbar, and that pairs beautifully with the visuals. It's not a deal breaker for me because the flames carry the ambiance, but I don't use the built-in crackle. Noise from the heater fan is noticeable in a quiet room, like a soft whir. On low heat, it's less obvious. On high heat, you'll hear the airflow. With the TV or some music on, it fades into the background. If total silence is important to you, you might be picky about this, but for normal living, it's fine. The front glass stays safe to the touch for me during flame-only use, and even with heat on, there's no exposed flame, no smoke, and no ash. That's the big reason I wanted an electric insert. The look and comfort without the mess or the safety concerns of a real fire. As for day-to-day use, I run flame-only mode constantly. That's the hidden value here. Year-round ambiance has become part of how I use my living room. I'll set a warm orange glow during dinner or a soft blue when friends come over, and it changes the whole tone of the space without raising the temperature. When it's actually cold, I bump the heat on high until the room feels right, then drop it down or switch back to flame only. It's easy to live with and it's consistent, which I appreciate. A few practical notes. The insert is vent-free, so there's no chimney or flue needed. It's plug-and-play power-wise, but I used a dedicated outlet to avoid sharing too much load with other big devices. Power consumption is straightforward. On high heat, it pulls about 1500 watts. If you like to estimate cost, think about your local electricity rate per kilowatt hour. Mine makes this roughly the cost of running a hairdryer. So I use heat selectively and flames generously. It's perfect for anyone who cares about visuals and convenience, wants a clean install, and understands that this is supplemental heat. In my opinion, the build feels solid, the glass is clear, and the finish looks higher end than the price suggests. The remote and timer make it effortless. The visuals are what you'll show off. The sound effect isn't my favorite, and the fan hum is part of the package, but neither outweighs what I bought it for. A reliable, adjustable fireplace look that I can enjoy every day. I'd recommend this for renters who can wall mount and take it with them later, homeowners who want a centerpiece without a chimney, and anyone designing a media wall where a calm visual anchor matters. If you're aiming to heat a large, open floor plan by itself, it's not the right tool. If your priority is atmosphere with sensible, safe warmth for a single room, it hits the mark. In conclusion, the Masarflame 36 Electric Fireplace Insert nails the ambiance, gives honest, supplemental heat, and is easy to live with. The flame customization, the ability to run without heat, and the overall retro-modern look are the reasons I keep using it. From my experience, setting expectations right makes all the difference. Go in for the visuals and convenience, treat the sound as optional, and you'll be happy with it. If this video helped, hit subscribe and drop your questions or your own experience in the comments. Thank you for watching.